Hey guys, just a quick PSA from editor Julian. This game involves some pretty dark themes, so if you suffer from any kind of depression or anxiety, I strongly recommend you don't watch this series. If you are affected by any of this, there will be links in the description where you can get support. Bye for now and enjoy the video.
I can't get over the get out of my head. Get out of my head. I knew exactly what was about to happen, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my fucking god.
I think I'm a bit of a Rachel. I think I'm a bit of a sadist.
I think you are, because you also know exactly what's about to
I
happen.
knew exactly what was going to happen, and I was just like, you know what?
What?
It's Sayori's poem.
You know what?
Let's.
Get out of my head.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back
We're back.
to Doki Doki Literature Club, the sad parts. The sad series.
Yeah.
In the last episode, really hard-hitting stuff happened, and we had to start from the beginning.
Yeah, John's struggling.
John is struggling.
I'm really struggling because
It's okay. Listen.
they killed my best friend.
You've got two veterans here.
Yep, we
Right.
know the crack.
Alright,
Don't
well,
worry. So
I'll make my way
we'll
home.
keep you right. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls: Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls.
Perhaps.
Oh, right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
You've
You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yes. Oh.
Okay. Good. Right, poem time.
What? No, hang on a minute. I didn't. What? What was I supposed to do?
Is there something wrong, John?
Yes. That was a load of squares. Was that the poem? I thought maybe I was supposed to like rearrange them and make like a photograph or something, so I tried to click on it.
No, it's just a special poem, just for you to read.
I'm really distressed.
Let's write a poem,
Let's write a
right?
poem.
You know what?
Monica's still not an option.
Listen.
There's just a big blank space where Sayori used to be.
Do you know what? Let's just write a really happy poem.
No, I'm gonna write about how I feel. I feel
Okay.
unstable.
Uh-huh.
I feel defeat.
Uh-huh.
I feel melancholy
Mm-hmm.
and hurt. I really feel hurt.
Are you disowning this game?
No, but the sensation of this existence is
Extreme?
extreme. Yes, and
Headphones?
I just want to put on my
Milk.
headphones.
And smile.
No, and go and sit in a graveyard
With a lollipop?
with a lollipop and think
and
about
Nibble
and
on
nibble on
Friends.
a strawberry
Strawberry
which has been heaven sent
by anime
by a starscape
of
of my depression
depression.
because my friend committed suicide and it wasn't a daydream.
It was agonizing
It's giving me anxiety
and misfortune.
and I feel like it's a big misfortune
And your
I'm
tears.
shedding many tears.
Yes. That was a good poem. Hi again, Lennon.
Hello.
Glad to see you didn't run away in this.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word.
Well, I'm back at the literature club.
Fucking hell.
I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Oh!
Thanks for keeping your promise, Lennon.
Don't like that.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for
It's
you.
not a commitment that's overwhelming.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Uh-huh. Oh!
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan here just to come out and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Okay, noted.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Lennon.
It's fine.
We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
No, that's daft, but
Oop.
it's fine.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
You've just dropped the Russian
I
accent.
have, I'm too sad. My heart's not in it.
I didn't mean it like that. Ooh.
I can
If
take
you don't
over
really
if
want
you
to,
like.
then forget I said
Over
anything,
the
I
Russian
guess.
accent.
No, it's not that, you're right. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, that I should get you started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. Is the screen moving? So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
I don't know if it's moving, but it's definitely an angle. I think it might be moving very, very slowly.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted.
Uh-huh.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yeah.
Why have I
She
not
even picked out a
clocked...
book she thinks I like, and despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
I
didn't even get a chance.
enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Now that everyone's settled, it was definitely zooming in. What the fuck? But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. What? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
All of this really lost its charm. Sorry, I was just spacing out. First time round I was like, this is adorable, I think she's really cute, and now I can't get over it.
I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any
Her
particular
face
reason.
bugged out, man.
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm too busy looking at the slowly moving background again.
Is it?
Maybe I'm just going mad.
No,
But
I think you are just going mad.
Okay.
Well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I see.
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Mm-hmm. Did we not have this conversation on like day 3 before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well...
I look at the cover of the book. The book is entitled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean.
Uh-huh.
Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of...
It's kind of dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere.
There's been a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Been a lot of that today, hey! A nice story and then all of a sudden, bam! God,
It just gets a
damn.
little weird.
It's like Bridge to Terabithia all over again.
Okay. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lennon?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things.
Did
She's
I
so
actually
shy and
know that
reclusive on the
yet?
outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
Yeah.
When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is so full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Why? Look at the change in the text, the font, like, what?
Then suddenly I'm rambling.
What?
aren't I? Not again.
What is
I'm
happening? Hey,
Don't apologize.
don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
What problem?
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts,
Oh.
my
Oh!
whole body gets incredibly...
What?
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
What the fuck was that?
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
well.
And please stop me if I start talking too
I
much.
will do my best. I really don't think you need to worry. I need to worry, clearly, but that just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh,
Yes!
no, never mind. Change my mind.
I mean,
I'm not gonna read it. Anime club. Anime club sounds good. Let's go to anime club.
you don't have to, but...
Yeah, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a cat.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cats.
the cat's getting a little rambunctious.
And I'm wearing shorts and
As
she's
cats
scratched
are
my knees.
want to do.
You know what? If the cat's there, I reckon she's fine.
She's probably fine, she's just a bit
Don't
rolly.
roll it.
I'm rolling.
Don't roll
I'm
about
so rolly.
it. Right, you're giving me
she's so
anxiety
cute.
that you're gonna knock things over and then
Are
the
you
recording's
sure?
gonna stop.
You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to.
Uh-huh.
It's just something I'm not very used to.
Yeah?
That is reading in company with someone.
We used to do it for hours there. Hen, fucking...
Yeah, man.
You and I
Eating
spent
chocolate.
so many times feeding each other chocolate. We had a whole life together.
Together.
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
House, a dog, 3 kids. Alright.
Yeah.
I open a book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body.
What? What?
You really apologise a lot, don't you?
No! Hang on! No! It doesn't even come up! What the fuck is going on in this game?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Huh? Here, this should work, right?
Slide my desk up until it's okay. No, bro, you shouldn't be doing this shit, man.
No,
dude,
bro.
No,
I suppose
dude.
so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess...
It makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Yeah.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
To turn the page?
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Can't think why.
I glance over at Yuri's face again
It's
and
'cause
our
the-
eyes meet.
It's because this game's taking me on a roller coaster.
I don't
of
know how I'll be able
emotions.
to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer.
I'm not as used to being lulled into a false sense of security by a dating sim.
It's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks.
We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently gonna go to the page like a flower, blah blah blah. Yeah, we've seen this before, right?
Yeah, so we're
The main character kind of
and
reminds
reminds
me
me of
bit.
her, and she's like,
Uh-oh.
"What are you talking about?"
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
Ah, that's what you were talking about.
Oh God,
Sorry.
maybe this is where we find out that she was a psychopath, and maybe we should have just dated our friend. Maybe
I thought you meant something else about her.
something else.
Never mind.
No, okay,
Okay.
We didn't even get that far yet.
okay.
So I don't know why that came into my
Red flag.
head.
Not the good kind. Yuri, are you feeling all right?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading.
You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little.
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice.
I'm waiting for her to just like
Anyway, I'm fine.
glitch out of existence.
I just need some water.
Uh-huh. Alright, don't push yourself.
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom.
And that was the last time we ever saw her. What on earth was that about?
Lennon,
Yes.
did something happen just now?
Eh, I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Is this... Are we a figment of Monica's imagination?
Keep going.
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
What? No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking.
Right, I'll get the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, slip it back in the old bag.
Yeah. Just
No.
There
there.
you go.
Who are you going to show your poem to first?
I don't trust Monica.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh?
Well, this is about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Oh,
Oh,
read this
we've
one.
already read this one.
Don't like it.
No.
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated. You can skip this, by the way. The skip buttons come up.
Oh,
Yeah, because we've seen all that before.
We have. But, hi, Lennon.
hey,
Having a good time so far?
I was. Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better.
Don't kill my friend!
Oh, you just frightened Hazel.
Sorry, Hazel.
I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up.
What if they kill me too?
Oh, I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Sure.
Don't worry, Lennon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. And Monica, my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Lennon. I was going ooh in my head while I was reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's
Yeah.
expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some
That's not
effort.
very fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality.
Oh,
I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though.
Oh.
So maybe it's Yuri.
But sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people.
Oh.
She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness.
Oh.
I don't think she's used to being indulged like that.
Mm.
She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
Mm.
Like earlier.
Mm.
I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Mm.
Okay, I gotcha.
Suddenly.
The door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go and get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Uh-huh. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall.
It's different.
It is different.
But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
I think you've trapped me in some kind of mad game in your mind. That's what I think.
Yuri's poem.
Yuri's poem.
Yuri reads the poem. I notice her eyes lighten.
Oh,
Exceptional.
thank you. Yeah, what was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
That.
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
No idea.
Yuri takes a breath.
So... what kind of writing experience do you have?
None.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
No, I've just played... Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you.
I mean, technically we have.
This is actually my first time, really.
Well.
No.
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant...
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits you can skip this on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen this.
Mm. Oh, and the poem was the same.
Huh?
Yeah, it looks like the poem's
It's
the same
nothing,
as well.
really.
What was nothing, really?
The whole thing about poems being different.
Yeah, and the ghost
deep,
thing.
I guess, the ghost
yeah,
thing.
so don't
Yours
worry.
was impressive too, so...
The game won't let you miss anything.
Nah.
I didn't really miss anything.
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Lennon.
Oh, don't put your hopes in me. Oh, me too. Phew.
Oh, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated.
Yeah.
It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability.
That's not what I'm feeling, but yeah.
Was the music? Oh no, it was fine. I'm being psyched out by the game. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into it. Across the room, Monica's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I
Okay.
guess you could say it's
Yeah.
fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that.
I
It
have
just
heard
meant
this, and yet I
the
cannot
language, I
skip it.
guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Lennon did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Lennon liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh?
Oh,
That's
the
not
silly,
what I-
Oh, it's the silly music.
Yeah, I feel really silly.
Do you feel
You-
really silly,
I feel
John?
You're
so
just...
silly.
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Lennon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Stalin to Trotsky.
And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that
Trotsky
full of
to
yourself?
Stalin.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lennon started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy
Bitch!
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
stop.
See? Just saying that proves my point.
Make
Most
it
people learn to get over
stop.
themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
Make it
If you want to prove
stop.
anything, then stop harassing others with your dickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri.
Stop.
Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Stop.
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
Stop.
What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Stop.
Yeah, go on. Let Lennon hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
What the fuck is going on?
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Lennon, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
You gotta choose.
I don't know, Julian. I don't know.
You need to make a choice, John. Go with your gut, John.
God
That's
damn
what
it.
you said you were gonna do, John.
What? I chose. Why is it making me choose again?
You need to choose, John. You choose. Who are you gonna choose? You need to choose somebody, John. You keep on choosing different people, John. John, are you sure that's the right decision? Oh.
No.
Hey Lennon, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right?
No.
Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine.
I told you. What did I say? I bloody told you.
You told me what?
That this was all a game, a construct of Monica's imagination.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
You know, I think it's probably time for next episode.
Okay.
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 We'll see you again. Links in the description. We'll see you next time.
Help me.
Part-timers, we do this part-time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.